Every time I log in to my online classes, I'm just hit with this insane feeling of anxiety and just complete nervousness in my stomach. I mean, I could just feel it throughout my whole body. Every time I even open the app to log in to look at my grades, to look and see what assignments are due, just the thought of school is always in the back of my mind, clouding my vision and making me feel like I'm just like stressed out because I'm always having to keep up with these grades for something that I don't even want to do with my life. Every day that I'm in this college transfer class, where we're having to, fill out job applications and, college transfer applications, I'm just thinking the whole time, this isn't even what I want to do. In no way do I see myself working a corporate job, working at a desk all day in any way. I feel like I can't see myself doing that, and I could already find a way to make money online a lot faster than that, as long as the channel keeps growing as well. But I'm just kind of in school to, appease my parents, people around me, things like that, and to avoid working a normal corporate job or just a normal fast food job or work at my family business full time or whatever I would end up doing if I wasn't in school and making these videos. But being in school also is hurting my progress when making videos, especially videos like this. Every day I'm having limitations placed on me. I'm seeing limitations in all different ways. I'm seeing the program, the transfer program that I'm in. I'm seeing how it's programming my mind, programming everyone to have this sheep mentality, this herd mentality, where they're just leading us to the slaughter. And the slaughter is selling your time for a little bit of money when you have the ability to create something on your own that could make more money. I mean, when you think about it, most of the people who are really making the most money are entrepreneurs, even if it's a small business. So they want everybody to be somewhere from the age of 5 on, from a specific time of day to another specific time of day, just having your mind fed with all of this information. And then when you get out of school, you're thrust into the world, for many people, with a lot of student loan debt, maybe not even an ability to find a job with the degree you earned, and no progress made towards any side business or something you could do yourself. All your time has just been bought. All of your time has been bought by the college, and then your time will be bought by your employer. A lot of the stuff you're learning, and this is something I've been saying ever since I was a kid, was that nothing I'm learning is going to help me in the real world, even if I had a job. It might help people in these certain specific jobs, but for most people, it's not going to matter. And for someone like me, I never had my heart set on working any kind of job. I've done enough working at a normal job, in a way, at my family business, to know that even in the highest ranks of a normal job, that's still not really fulfilling to me, because no matter how much money I'd be making, you could give me the highest paying job, just working at a desk or working for somebody or doing something I'm not really helping anybody with, and I would trade that high paying job for doing what I love, impacting people, and hopefully making enough money to still have that feeling of freedom, but not. Yeah, because you can have a lot of money but still not really have full freedom, because you're tied to something that you're required to go to from certain hours of the day to make that money. And now with the internet, luckily, I have this opportunity to make money online, doing something that I love, because most people back in the day, you couldn't just make videos about rocks. You can't make videos about painting and all these things that people are making money just doing what they love without having to, go through the process of getting hired and, maybe signing a deal when it comes to music or being an actor or anything like that, just to get exposure, because most of the viewers are actually on phones now. Streaming is the future. And for some people, college might be a good thing. And maybe for you, you're good at those detailed things that I can't stand and that cause me to, get bad grades when it's not even my actual writing. It's just that I don't have it in the proper format, or I messed up on how I was supposed to quote something. It's little things like that that are driving me absolutely insane. Being taught history that I know is manufactured, being programmed since I was a kid to think that my value was tied to my success in school, having people get angry at me for my grades and tell me, like, what are you going to do with your life? Because I never had any passion for school, but I also didn't have a passion really for anything else, because I didn't have the confidence to really make videos like this. The only thing I really did have a passion for was making videos. They were just different kinds back then. And, when I had this breakthrough and spiritual awakening, I realized that I need to use that passion. And the only way that I can get out of this matrix and get out of the life that I don't want, that I see every day, the only way that I can get out of that line and go the other way is if I carve my own path. And that's what I'm doing. So even though I'm in school, I have my heart set on something else, and my intuition has been telling me, since the start of this channel, that I need to get out of school. That I don't need to go to school. Like, I would leave super early to get to my class, to drive where I had to drive pretty far, and something would always happen that would make me slightly late. And at one point, it just got to the point where I was like, I just cannot do this anymore. Like, everything about it was terrible. So I dropped a couple classes at that time, and then started making those videos while still keeping a couple classes. And that's really where all the motivation came from, was like, I'm so sick and tired of this programmed lifestyle. I've got to get out. And this is not a shot at people that actually work in the school system. My mom actually works in the school system, and there are many people out there, like teachers, principals, things like that. They really do have a passion for helping kids, and that's why they're there. But the problem is not the people there as much as it is the system surrounding those people. And, I've had some good teachers, like one in particular that was the only teacher that ever really saw my creativity and really cared about it and really, like, brought it out of me. In 7th grade, I believe, my teacher was Mr. Walsh, and he was my English teacher. We had a poetry unit, some, acting things that we did, and that's when I really realized that I had a gift for creating things and bringing out emotion in other people. And that's when I started making these little short movies and things like that. So I've always wanted to have a career making videos. It was just I didn't believe it was possible. I thought I would have to work for some company or a sports team making highlight videos or something like that. I didn't think that I could create my own brand, be able to impact people while also hopefully making money some way, and as I already am from YouTube ads. But that's not too much right now. But honestly, most of the teachers, while there are a lot of good people, I'm not saying these people are bad people, but they're just not very motivated to bring anything out of the students. Everything is only being drilled in, and sometimes not even drilled in. The system wants you to drill it in, but some of these teachers would, just kind of pass out, the same sheets every year, never creating anything new. Even my college professors, for the majority of my classes, they just take the quizzes and things like that from this thing online. Like, you can find all of it on Quizlet. Like, that shouldn't be how it is. Like, I could be a professor right now. I just need to go on Quizlet and copy every question and answer word for word, and then put it out every week as a weekly quiz. Like, that's ridiculous to me. And most of the teachers that I had throughout my younger years as well, they didn't really care much at all. At least in high school, they didn't care really at all. I felt like I was wasting my time every day, and that's why I'd skip so many classes in high school. And since my mom is involved in the school system, she knew the principal, she knew a lot of these people, so I was, somewhat making her look bad by doing that. And also, like, so she would get annoyed with me, and also sometimes, teachers getting angry, being called to the principal's office several times to talk about my attendance problems, how I'm missing so much class. And what I would do was just drive. I would get out of there and just drive somewhere, or just most of the time just drive in my car or park somewhere and just not be at school, because I felt like I was in a prison. And I never knew how I was going to break out of that prison. My ideal life would be, at that point, only working for a family business that was not created by me, that was not started about anything that I'm passionate about. It's not something where I'm helping people in an emotional, connective way. It's not something that really lights my heart on fire. And I still might work there throughout my life. But I'm just saying, that's what I thought my life would be. I either go to college, get a job working for someone else, or I work at my family business in a small town. I felt like there's no reason to really be in school. I don't need school. So that was my mentality. And there's some people who feel like they do need school because they don't have the luxury of, having a family business to fall back on, or having any type of passion that they feel like they can make money online with. But, I urge you to try and find that passion, whether it's online or it could be a normal job that you're just very passionate about. There's plenty of those. A lot of people love cars, love working on cars. There's a lot of people that love doing electrical work, that love, being scientists, doctors, things like that. There's all these necessary jobs. So I'm not saying normal jobs are bad. School is completely bad, because I have learned a lot of things from school. And surprisingly enough, right before I started this channel, during the darkest point of my life, I think I have one of these videos actually on my Instagram. But basically, I had a public speaking class that was online that I had to film videos of myself, giving a speech and send it to the teacher. And several times I had to do it in front of family members, people at work. It was kind of scary. And at the time, I was very frightened of public speaking. And I gave a speech about Kobe Bryant, and this was before he died, so that's like a really important thing to me now. It was like right before he died, I made this whole 7-minute speech about him. I made a speech about Juice WRLD after he died. I made a speech about Cam Newton. That's the one that's on my Instagram, and you see him right here. And now he's playing great, just like I predicted. I knew he had it in him still. But yeah, basically everything has led up to this realization within me that if I don't want to go to school, I don't have to in my reality. You know, for now I will be, but I'm setting myself up for something much greater. And you can set yourself up for something much greater, especially if you're still in high school watching my channel. I encourage you to start acting on those dreams sooner than I did, even because, you know, the longer you wait, the closer you are to having to work that normal job while trying to make videos, while trying to do all of these other things. And that's why I'm very grateful that, you know, my parents can provide for me, things like that, you know. So my life isn't very hard in that aspect, but it is very hard to internalize all of this stuff that I feel, all of these dreams that I have. You know, I don't talk about my videos in detail with anybody. I don't really, I don't show my videos to anybody. I don't really know how to express to these people that I want to get out of school and I want to just make videos and follow my heart and help coach people and, you know, inspire people. And I think that a lot of them would support me, and they do support me because they know I ultimately want to do that. But their idea is that I need to be secure. I need to have this degree just in case, and, you know, things like that. But I trust in the universe, and I'm getting signs all the time. Last night when I had my heart drop about my grades, I got this sign that was literally a song called Give Me a Sign by Breaking Benjamin. And that was because for me, I always see that song and I'm like, give me a sign. I'm like, I really wish this was a sign, but it's normally never a synchronicity because I'm always thinking about it. Sometimes I'll go through my playlist thinking, if give me a sign comes up right here, it's a sign. But no, I just felt really down about all of this, about school, about my future, looking way too far ahead from this present moment and trying to piece it all together myself instead of flowing with life, being like water, as Bruce Lee would say, flowing with the universe and realizing, why am I questioning the universe so much when it's given me all of these amazing synchronicities at the start of my channel? Every single day that song comes on when I'm feeling down that says give me a sign. And you know, the countless synchronicities in my last video with Sarah, like Moldavite in general changing my life, and that's part of this, I believe. You know, Moldavite's forcing me to let go. You know, even having these bad grades in some way to me is a sign from the universe sometimes when I feel like I did everything I could do on this assignment. How did I make such a bad grade? I'm like, it's just like, it's piling up to the point where I'm like, I've got to take control of my life again. So while I'm still in school, I'm going to be making more videos consistently. I'm going to be doing everything I can to make this my full-time job, to make this something great, to make something that is going to impact a lot of people's lives. And if you see my videos and you're thinking about making videos, do everything in your videos that you wish I did. You know, don't copy me. Just do everything and put your own spin on what I say, maybe. But also add parts in with your own flair, with your own touch, and do something that nobody else in the spiritual community is doing. Any community that you make videos in. Be different, because at first it seems like, oh man, I didn't say this right, and in his video he articulated it this way. Maybe he's more accurate. No. just flow, baby. Like that's what I'm in right now. I'm in that flow state. This is how I know this is my passion, this is my calling, this is my purpose, this is my mission, this is whatever you want to call it for me that my ego wants to make out as an important thing. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. But you can make the most of this moment with this ego, with this vessel, because you chose to be that person. And I only get one chance to be here with Eli, so I'm going to make the most of this. And I feel like all of the luxuries that I've had growing up, just having a very easy lifestyle compared to a lot of people in terms of, financial stability, mostly. I feel like I need to use that opportunity to not try and make more money, but to try and touch people's hearts. I could easily just say I want to work for my family business, but I'm branching out and doing something that's getting me made fun of by countless people in my small town. But that's how I hope you guys realize how much this actually does mean to me. That's why I'm willing to give up all of this security in order to actually be more secure one day and be more secure with myself and how I feel about what I've done when I came to this earth, because I know in my heart that I didn't come here to just kind of be there. And I haven't been just being there for this past almost a year now of making videos, but I also just have that cloud over me, and I'm starting to break free from that cloud a bit, and I've just had a breakthrough. I feel different on a higher level of consciousness, if you want to say, and very driven. And this has happened on my channel many times. I've said similar things, but that's because I am constantly growing and constantly having these realizations that lead me towards things that I never even dreamed were possible. And that's the thing about life, is that and manifestation, is you can do all these techniques all you want. You can try and, make sure everything's perfect, right? But what actually has gotten me the most results is when I just let go. I stop caring. You hear it all the time, the part of the law of attraction of letting go. But what does it really mean? What it really means is, if you're constantly thinking about something and will it happen? Will I ever get enough YouTube subscribers to be able to do it full time? If I'm thinking about that every single second of the day, then I don't believe I have it. The key is believing that you already have it. So I came on YouTube. You go back to my old videos, you can see the proof. I think in my second video, where I'm in the car, I got the little bars next to me, crappy video quality. I think I said I'm going to be making this big, had no subscribers. I just felt, that's the wrong terminology. Honestly, I said I was going to be making it big, but really I felt like it's already a big channel. It's already something that people will connect with because I'm being authentic. I'm sharing a message that I know a lot of people need to hear, because I felt so alone, felt in the dark. And that's the key. You can manifest anything you want if you're not constantly believing it's not possible. You can tell yourself all of these affirmations, but are you lying to yourself while you're saying those? And I'm not saying any of these ways are bad. These are all helpful tools, but when you start to make the tools into something, it's almost like a hobby. It's like a law of attraction hobby, where you're like manifesting for fun. Like, yeah, you can manifest for fun, but it's actually, the key is feeling and being what you want to manifest. So I've got to be that YouTuber who is doing this full time and believe that I am a full-time YouTuber. And even before this video, I've always believed I am a full-time YouTuber and tried to have that mentality regardless of the fact that I don't make videos every single day. But I'm trying to find my own way, and I have found my own way quite a bit on here, as you guys can tell from my first videos to now. The change is incredible to me. And thinking about how I'm going to look back on this whole situation and laugh really gets me through it, because my intuition has never led me wrong, and it doesn't tell me that I need to go to school. It tells me, you're not going to need school, buddy, because you're going to be something much, much bigger than any of these professors, any of these teachers that have kept you in this box, any of these people throughout your life that have told you these limiting beliefs and said that you have to get a secure job because it's realistic. You don't have to worry about any of that, because from my higher self to you, you're doing just fine. And there is nothing to fear. The only thing that you should fear is your ability to overthink and overanalyze and constantly worry about things that are already perfectly set out for you. Things are already working out exactly how they're supposed to, and if you can't see it by now, I don't know how you're ever going to see it. You've got your ego just constantly telling you things, and you lose sight of all the signs that you see every day. You see the signs, but do you feel the signs? Are you actually appreciating the confirmation that you're going to be all right while you're in this dark night of the soul, while you're in this transformational time in your life, this uncertain, unknown time? Do you realize that this is actually the best time and the biggest sign that you're about to have a breakthrough? Because when you're at your lowest, you should know by now, usually means something good's coming. And you've got to let go of something because you've had your time with it. It's time to part ways. And if you guys couldn't tell, I've kind of been speaking to myself for the last couple minutes. And it's my higher self speaking to myself right now, my ego self, because I am really tapped into the flow state in this video and trying to bring a message forth to Eli when he sees this, when he's in a dark night of the soul, which I am experiencing right now. My ego, my physical body is experiencing right now, but as Eli's higher self, I am saying to him and to all of you that if you have a feeling, follow it, because that's what he did. That's what I did when I started this YouTube channel, completely out of a feeling that I could not deny, and I can't deny this feeling anymore. It's just like that song, I can't fight this feeling anymore. I've forgotten what I started fighting for. And it's actually true. I did forget what I started fighting for. I didn't start this channel to gain subscribers. I started this channel because of you. I started the channel because of you, and all of you are making this possible, making it possible for me to live out my dreams, which I've already got right now, that I'm already living out, because I am impacting all these people. And the second that I feel like I've got too many DMs I think back to when I had 0 DMs less than a year ago, when I had 0 followers, when I had 0 subscribers. And I think, this is everything you've asked for. It manifested so fast. Why don't you trust the universe? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? I don't know. See what you don't want and let go of it. Let go of the idea that you have to be somebody just to fit in. Let go of the idea that you can't have a career doing what you love. And maybe you don't know what you love, but the true you is within, and it will tell you where to go. You can feel it. So just don't ignore your feelings like so many of us have been taught to. But anyway, guys, long video. Not sure if I'll clip this into multiple videos or not. But either way, I'll let you check out some of my crystals. Got this natural citrine here, bringing me tons of abundance. This is my favorite crystal right now. This one specifically, like overall, Moldavite is obviously my favorite. As you guys know, I have a lot of videos on that. And blue kyanite, which I have one video on. Ugh. Sorry. But basically, I'm going to be making a video on natural citrine, or just citrine in general soon. This bad boy, as you saw in the beginning of the video, is awesome. I got this on my recent vacation. So, I hope you guys are doing well. Go join the Discord group chat right now. If you haven't already, it's a great group chat. We got a lot of people talking, sharing ideas, sharing their YouTube channels and music and things like that. I've got a promo section. And in the coming days, I'm going to be releasing the song that my buddy Snoop made. I'm sure you'll be seeing that soon. It might be already out if you're watching this video a little bit later. And go follow me on Instagram, obviously. I've got a lot of things going on there. All that. Got my links below. But I'll let you go. You don't have to worry about school, because life is the real school. And you're learning new things every day. Peace out. Much love. Enjoy the school of life.